Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Governor Andy Beshear's inauguration is less than a week away. And the WIMT Food City Mountain Basketball Classic celebrated the minds of the mountains as scholarships were given out.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on Wednesday, December 6th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, we've been talking about that rain that I've seen and heard here in Hazard. I know that there may be a few flakes falling on some of those higher elevations this morning. What's it looking like out there?
Well, basically, if you're just waking up, Olivia, and a good morning to you, we're looking at a little bit of everything. We've kind of got the last 6 hours on here to give you a perspective. Now, here is the thing. We know in those areas above 2,000, 2,500 feet, the highest elevations, there already is some snow out there. So we've seen some slushy roads up on top of Whitesburg Pine Mountain. I haven't checked Jenkins in a little bit, but I'm sure that's the same. But it's right here along the border counties that is seeing the most accumulation at this point. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Temperatures, we're also going to keep an eye on those. 32 Wise, 34 Clintwood, 36 Jackson, Pikeville, Logan at 34, and Hazard also at 36. That is the temperature and lower that you kind of have that transition into some snow. And you factor in the wind chill, and it's cranking out there this morning. Basically, everybody in the not everybody, but everybody in the 30s, and several folks like Wise and Pikeville and Logan in the upper 20s this morning. So it is a cold start to the day. I do think as we get deeper to the day, we'll see the skies start to clear, but I don't think those winds go anywhere and the temperatures stay cold. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Brandon. We are less than 1 week away from the governor's inauguration on December 12th. There's an entire day planned, including a parade and a ball. Governor Beshear says he's looking forward to Inauguration Day that's going to reflect on the last 4 years, and he's excited for the next 4.
Going to see the parade is going to have every county impacted by the flooding or by the tornadoes. Going to have our emergency management, our National Guard, going to have representatives from Blue Oval and some of our other major economic wins. It's certainly going to tell a story of a really unique period of time that we've lived through, from tragedy to triumph.
Inauguration Day is again Tuesday, December 12th. The parade begins at 11 a.m. We now know when family and friends will say their final goodbyes to legendary coach Billy Hicks. The funeral for the Harlan County native will be Sunday, December 10th at 1 p.m. It will be in the Scott County High School gym. Hicks died Sunday night. He's the winningest high school basketball coach in Kentucky history. He coached at Everts, Harlan, and Corbin before spending 25 years at Scott County. He was 71 years old. A Leslie County man was arrested on charges related to a child sexual abuse material investigation. 38-year-old Michael Joseph Lewis was found, interviewed, and arrested following the undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. Police began the investigation after they found Lewis shared sexually explicit pictures of juveniles online. Lewis was charged with 5 counts of matter portraying a minor more than the age of 12 in a sexual performance and 5 counts of matter portraying a minor less than the age of 12 in a sexual performance. He was taken to the Leslie County Jail. Kentucky's community action agencies are reminding Kentuckians once again that they are available to help if your house needs heat. Lucy Bryson found out who was eligible for the extra help.
With chilly months ahead and some colder temperatures already making their way in, your wallet may be taking a hit.
And it's our responsibility to assist families to keep them warm and safe within their home.
Karen Atkins is with Kentucky River Foothills, one of many community action agencies providing low-income home energy assistance programs, also known as LIHEAP. The program takes state funding and distributes it to different counties to help take pressure off those who can't pay their heat bills by paying it for them.
And we provide help very quickly because we're talking about January, it's much cooler, and we just don't want anyone to be faced with what are we going to do.
If a person meets LIHEAP eligibility, Kentucky River Foothills either contacts their energy source or provides a voucher to cover their heating bills to make sure that money isn't the reason for a chilly home.
And if you look on their website, foothillscap.org, it shows the eligibility requirements. Here it says that in order to be eligible, you cannot have resources in excess of $2,000. And if that applies to you, below that you can find step-by-step application instructions and even schedule an appointment for application help.
Just in time for the holidays.
It frees up money within the home that can be used on other things like food, medicine, clothing. The holidays are coming up.
Providing warm homes this winter for all Kentuckians. In Lexington, Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
The first phase of coast-to-coast EV charging networks will be along I-75 in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia. The Pilot Company and General Motors announced yesterday that charging stations will be available by the end of the year at Pilot and Flying J locations in Georgetown and Williamsburg in Kentucky. Pilot says the stations will be well lit, covered by canopies, and monitored by staff at all times. The WYMT Food City Mountain Basketball Classic is highlighting moves made on the court. And yesterday, a light was shined on the minds inside the classroom. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from the Mountain Classic Committee's Scholarship Awards ceremony in Prestonsburg.
This is, of course, the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic Scholarship Awards reception.
An annual investment in academics.
I've seen so many kids, not only from our school, but other schools in this area, take this scholarship and see where they are 10 years from now. And that's why I think it's such a, like I said, a stepping stone to future success.
The WYMT Mountain Classic Committee Scholarship Awards ceremony awarded more than 120 scholarships to senior students in the area.
126 scholarships this year is the second largest number.
Each one supported by donors who want to help students along their college journeys.
It's also a confidence boost. It gives you the realization that you're able to do it and other people believe in you, because you don't know these people that are awarding you the scholarship, and they read your essays or your application and they're like, this girl deserves it and she can actually do something with it.
Students enjoyed food and fellowship Tuesday before taking the stage to accept their respective awards.
Lucas Anderson.
Many saying every dollar makes all the difference.
To me, it is more of an opportunity to go to college. You know, more coverage over the finance aspect, because college is expensive.
Leaving the Mountain Arts Center with a little financial help and a feeling of hope.
As a first-gen college student from Eastern Kentucky who doesn't really have the ability to pay for college out of pocket, this is really important to me, and it's really nice to see organizations in the field that I want to go into helping kids like me.
Celebrating what it means to be a mountain mind. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Those involved say this event would not be able to do what it has done for decades without the support of its sponsors, its committee, and the impressive students past and present. Education leaders are trying to spread the word about changes to student financial aid. Applications open later this month for the new FAFSA form. The form is one of the main ways future college students can apply for financial aid. Kentucky's Council on Post-Secondary Education says the new form is simpler. Eligibility for Pell Grants, which students do not have to pay back, has also been changed. The form opens December 31st. Families can learn more at studentaid.gov.
6:09 here on this Wednesday morning, and again we're scanning a little bit of everything out there, so I'm going to try to point a couple of things out, so bear with me. We're going to stay on camera here for a second. Now I believe now, don't quote me on this, I believe that's a little coating of snow on the grass there on the campus of UVA-Wise. It's hard to tell, but of course the road's just a little bit slick. Now at Jenkins Mountain there's not a whole lot up there yet, but we did see over at Pine Mountain, Whitesburg Mountain, that again there was a little bit of snow, slushy snow on the road. So just be careful out there this morning and watch out for that. Temperatures across the region A little bit on the cool side in some spots. 34 Clintwood, 32 in Wise, 32 in Logan, 35 in Pikeville. They're starting to come down a little bit too. 36 Prestonsburg, Jackson, and Hazard. Everybody else is above the threshold at this point. So your breakdown today, a little mix, a little rain, a little snow. It's going to last in the morning just a little bit, and then it's going to start to taper off, but it's going to be cold all day long. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, the war between Israel and Hamas reaches a critical stage as the fighting moves south in Gaza.